Yo, what is up, Marvel fans? Marvel Rivals Season 2 is finally here, and the official patch notes just dropped. We have got hero buffs, nerfs, a brand new map, gameplay changes, and some surprising reworks you need to know about. Stay tuned till the end to find out which heroes just became the meta and which ones got nerfed into the ground. Let's dive into the patch notes and break everything down. So guys, first up is Captain America, and Steve will undergo some adjustments to his survivability, leading to a slight decrease in his overall resilience, meaning he got nerfed. His health got reduced from 675 to 650, and his shield value got reduced from 400 to 350, and that's a pretty much bad nerf, I would say. Is Doctor Strange. The Sorcerer Supreme will reduce a reduction in his offensive capabilities, limiting his battlefield control, meaning he got nerfed again. Yes, guys. Decreased daggers of Denark damage per projectile from 18 to 16, meaning his primary got reduced in damage from 18 to 16, and that is very bad, I would say, because his primary fire didn't used to do any damage at all. It was like a very bad damage. And reduce of Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage from 1.3 to 1.2, meaning the conversion rate of his dark magic will like grow up, the dark magic thing, which is like up to the 100. So it will now become slow. Now it won't be as fast as it was earlier. So yeah, it's a very bad nerf, I would say. Doctor Strange means we need to stand up. And next up we have Magneto, and he also got nerfed. His ultimate ability now costs more, which is 3400, and previously it was 3100. Next up is Penny Parker, and she got a good buff, and now a cyber wave cluster now has a chance to crit. Her movement speed while firing the web cluster got reduced, and now it's 20%, and previously it was 40%, and her base health increased from 650 to 750, which is massive, I would say. And that's a good buff, I would say. No one needs to play Penny Parker. So yep. So next up is the Thing, and he also got nerfed. His embattled leaps damage reduction effect for himself and his teammates dropped from 30% to 25%, and which is pretty bad, I would say. Like, they need to nerf that thing more, I would say, because his survivability is. Next up is the Thor. The mighty Thor will receive an increase in survivability, meaning he just got buffed. His base health increased from 525 to 600, and his base movement speed increased from 600 to 650, which is pretty good. And next up we have the duelist part, where the first character comes is Natasha, that is Black Widow, and she got a buff. Added a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of Edge Dancer and after using Electroplasma Explosion, meaning after the kick you can literally shoot like right after. Before, like, you can't like shoot it after the kick and after the ultimate ability. So it's a pretty good buff, I would say. Still, I don't think anyone is going to play her, but it's a pretty good buff. And next up we have Hawkeye, and he got a buff, and he was already so powerful, and now they buffed him again. So now the slow effect while charging the bow reduced from 30% to 25%, increased both instances of damage of hypersonic arrow from 50 to 55, decreased energy cost of Hunter Sight, that is his ultimate ability, from 3700 to 3100, and improved the bow draw speed increase from 1.35x to 1.5x. That's a huge buff, I would say. Well, next is Hela, and the goddess of death will see a reduction in mobility while slightly enhancing her offensive power. So now the bird which she becomes with the L-shape ability will we have to wait for it more. First it was 12 seconds, and now we have to wait for 15 seconds. Increase the spell fill damage of Piercing Knight from 30 to 35. Decrease cooldown for Soul Drainer from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. So next up is Johnny Storm, which is Human Torch. So he got a little buff. Reduce attack interval for Fire Cluster from 0.6 seconds to 0.5 seconds. The launch timing of the primary attack projectile has been advanced. Increase the cooldown of Flaming Meteor from 12 seconds to 15 seconds, but add a new effect. After releasing Flame Meteor, immediately gains 75 bonus health, which will start to fall off after 3 seconds at the rate of 30 per second. Which means it's pretty good, guys. Like they increase the survivability of Human Torch, and it has to be nerfed because no one used to play him, and he used to be like just like that, just like Black Widow. Very few pick rate, but now he's got a good survivability, and we all wanted that. So next up is Iron Man. Slightly reduce Iron Man's hitbox size, which is pretty good because he has to be a massive hitbox size, which I used to remember when I used to pull him with a Bucky hook. New feature, gain 100 bonus health, activating Armor Overdrive for Gamma Overdrive that will start to fall off 5 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second, which is massive, I think, because the Gamma already is so overpowered, and he will gain 100 bonus health, which is like too much massive, and it's a good buff. So yeah, so next up is Iron Fist, and he will see an increase in his combat effectiveness against vanguards, a slight improvement to his mobility, and a slight reduction to his survivability when first entering the battlefield. Reduce the bonus maximum health gain from Harmony Recovery from 150 to 100, but slow the fall off rate of the health from 25 per second to 15 per second, which is pretty like a good deal, I would say. Lower fixed damage of Yatji Chung Quinn from 10 to 9, but they increase the percentage of damage of the enemy's maximum health per strike 1.7% to 2.1%, and they also decrease the cooldown of the kick from 12 seconds to 10 seconds, and it's a pretty good buff, I would say. Not too much and not too low. So next up is Reed, and he got a very good buff. His base health increased from 350 to 375, boost the damage of Stretch Punch from 60 to 65 and from 75 to 80 while in inflated state. Flexible elongation new effect. Enemies within range now suffer at 35% slow effect. Reduce flexible elongation cooldown time from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Reduce the elasticity gained from elastic strength from 30 to 20, while the elastic provided by Stretch Punch is increased from 5 to 8. After entering the inflated state, the bonus health provided to self has been reduced from 450 to 400. New feature, when Mr. Fantastic uses Brainiac Bounce, his ultimate ability, immediately gain bonus health equal to that gained when entering inflated state, which is very good buff because no one used to play Mr. Fantastic, and that's a massive buff. And next up we have Moon Knight. Increase the crescent dart projectile speed from 120 meter per second to 150 meters per second. Moon Knight's blade new effect gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit up to a mark of 100. 3 seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off at a rate of 20 per second. Speed up Moon Knight's hook pull-up startup time after hit from 0.4 seconds to 0.15 seconds. Extend the duration of the hand of Khonshu ultimate ability from 3.5 seconds to 4.5 seconds, and increase the number of talons generated during this period from 14 to 18. Additionally, the fall speed of the talons has been slightly enhanced. A new damage fall off mechanic for the spell field has been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center and reaching a maximum reduction of 70% at 5 meters. Next up, we have Scarlet Witch. We are reducing Wanda's survivability but increasing her threat level against strategies and duelist while optimizing her ultimate ability release experience. Remove chaos control percentage damage while increasing fixed damage from 60 seconds to 80 seconds. Increase Chthonian burst projectile damage from 35 to 40 and spell field damage from 35 to 40. Increase the cooldown of Mystic projection from 8 seconds to 10 seconds and reduce phased state time for 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Rework the slow effect of reality erasure to start at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with a linear increase to a 35% slow over 3.5 seconds, which is a good buff for Scarlet Witch because the ultimate used to be so trash, like it's still so trash, but yeah, they made it a little better, so it's good. So next up is Star-Lord. Reduce blaster barrage damage from 80 per second to 75 introduce a new damage fall off mechanic starting at 4 meters and maxing out at 80 reduction at 8 meters. Now we have Winter Soldier. We are lowering Bucky's threat level against Vanguard and reducing the margin for error in his ultimate ability. Increase the cooldown time for Bionic Hook from 8 seconds to 12 seconds, which is good because his hook is like massively overpowered. Reduce base damage of Kraken Impact from 100 to 80, which is again good because we know what his ultimate ability can do, but lower the cooling threshold from 20% of maximum health to 15%. Next up, it's Wolverine, and he also got nerfed. Increase rage gain from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10, while rage gain from Berserk Claw Strike has been decreased from 7 to 5. Reduce rage gain from Feral Leap from 20 to 10, which is massive, and from Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gain from taking damage has been increased from 3 to 5. Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after impact of the last stand, his ultimate ability, from 1 second to 0.75 seconds, which is again he got nerfed his ultimate ability. Now let's move on to the strategist parts. We are slightly reducing the frequency of Adam's abilities and adjusting the healing provided by his ultimate ability after reviving teammates. Increase the cooldown for Soul Bond from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Ceramic Revival, his ultimate ability, now restores 30% of a fallen ally's maximum health instead of a fixed 100 health, which is pretty good, I would say. And next up, we have Cloak and Dagger, and they're optimizing their ultimate ability. After activating Eternal Bond, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will remain active until the duration of the final healing zone ends, at which point all will be removed together, which is good because at first it used to removed one by one, and now they will be removed together and it will stay for the for more time. Next up, we have Invisible Woman, and she got a little bit nerfed. Decrease the shield value of the Guardian Shield from 300 to 250. And next up, we have Loki. Increase Regeneration Domain cooldown from 25 seconds to 30 seconds, which is too much I would say. Next up, we have got Mantis. Her base health is reduced from 275 to 250. Effects of Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. And at the end, we have Rocket Raccoon. Decrease the healing area of Repair Mode Spears from 70 health per second to 50 health per second, but add a new effect of one-time healing of 55 health to the ally's hit. Projectile speed reduction increased from 4.5 meter seconds to 7 meter per second. Extend cooldown for jetpack dash from 6 seconds to 10 seconds. Reduce dash distance from 10 meters to 8 meters. Reduce CYA, his ultimate ability, damage boost from 40% to 25%, but add a new effect during the ability's duration. Linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health points per second, keeping at 150. Breaking after the link, this bonus starts to fall off after 1 second at a rate of 75 per second. Additionally, increase the energy cost from 3700 to 4000. And that's a wrap on all the hero buffs and nerfs in Marvel Rivals Season 2. Some mains got buffed and some got clapped, and the meta, it's definitely about to shift. So whether you're happy or heartbroken, let me know in the comments which hero change hit you the hardest. If you wanna know more about the new team ups and synergies in this season, I already dropped a full video on that, so make sure to check that out right after this. As always, drop a like and hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a patch breakdown or a hero update. And I'll catch you in the next one, and thanks for watching.